I think what we saw earlier from the Blink Yules Lina, that's kind of very Mushi-esque. He does take over the game, but not necessarily from the being one core position role. I think he can technically play the Alchemist mid, but it will surprise me greatly because to me, Mushi plays the Shadow Fiend, the one that leads a team into a push, but not necessarily the one that gives you all the right-click damage towards the end.
At the same time, if you're having an Alchemist in your team, you want also a hero that you can, at some point, have an Axe upgrade for. I mean, what about a Mushi hero? OD. No, it's Lina again.
I mean, I actually like OD quite a bit because it adds... now you have two ways, Shadow Demon plus Astral Imprisonment to save heroes. It's a great matchup against Wind Ranger mid. In fact, it's a crippling matchup for her. She cannot win that lane. With that said, though, Astral can be set up for Slaughter and Darkseer. You could kind of counteract and backfire. But, alright, we're going to see that Lina.
Yeah, last pick for Team 123. They've got themselves Wind Rangers, we're going to assume to be mid. They only need either secondary support or something that can just mess with that Bounty Hunter. They already got the Dazzle to keep the Slaughter safe. What type of support would you like to see? Because they kind of lack maybe... I mean, yeah, they have a Crush and a Shackle, but in terms of long-range Initiator Disable, Witch Doctor perhaps, or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, the Shackle Shot is not very reliable, so...
Yeah.
I actually like something that's more in your face, like a Spirit Breaker. No, it's never mind. Second ban taken out.
Okay.
But you can see where I was going with the idea, where you just Iron Shroud charge in, just suddenly make these fairly squishy, like Bounty Hunter, Shadow Demon. Suddenly all their position is broken up, and they're forced to disrupt defensively very early into the fight, and then that allows Slaughter, your Wind Ranger, and Darkseer to penetrate and go for the team fights. But obviously, he's no longer there. But I'm looking for another similar type of hero that could be the in-the-face initiator from a support role. And I can't think of any. So, Spiritbreaker, I guess a great ban by Fnatic.
Vengeful Spirit, more minus armor. No.
Yes. Ooh, support Slaughter. Okay, this is something that we do not expect, but it's kind of the new hot thing.
We did not expect her that.
That's
really bad.
That's terrible.
I tried.
It's actually terrible. Alright, so Spectre obviously gives you the kind of the global team fight, and this team now chases extremely well. The problem with Spectre, I find, is that to me you're playing into the hands of Fnatic when it comes to more of a drawn-out farming game. I think Alchemist is going to be a lot better in that scenario. And also, Shadow Demon is actually one of the most innate counter that you can have against Spectre. Because when you disrupt the Spectre, all her illusions still get desolate. And if you disrupt Spectre and she's isolated, you put a Soul Catcher and you ult her with Shadow Demon. A Shadow Demon can solo kill a Spectre in the woods. That's just absolutely bonkers. So I'm surprised that was the final pick, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, so far it's going to be all about the lanes, and I think both teams, and especially with the Spectre picked up, are going to be happy just to let their safe lane be the safe lane and see if they can duke it out a bit more on the mid lane instead to try and have an influence on how that matchup there is going, especially with supports rotating, perhaps even a Curious Knife attempt for the Bounty Hunter, if they can make it happen.
Maybe, yeah. So
but definitely disrupt the other people's support / mid lane rather than going for that safe lane.
The weird laning situation we see is actually Black going mid.
Okay.
On the Alchemist, and then we see a safe lane Lina being played by Mushi. But if you look at who's he laning against, the Darkseer, it makes sense that you want a range hero against the Darkseer, and then even the Alchemist maybe having some opportunity to find some bounty rune.
Did we actually have a pause because someone has a cockroach on his food? Zach, cockroach on my foodie. Okay. It's not a... Is that how you write cockroach?
Yes.
Oh, that's really weird.
I believe. I mean, I'm not the ambassador of correct spelling, but you know.
Yeah, well... I'm not American, so I don't know at all, so... Well, I'll believe it, it's fine. Weird Americans. But yeah, so there's going to be a Wind Ranger up against an Alchemist. How do you feel like that matchup is going to be going?
I think with most Alchemist matchup, he generally loses the first 3-4 levels, and then once you have enough access spray, you just slowly win that level, or win the lane. And even if you don't win the lane, it's you'll get farm eventually with jungle being stacked by your supports. So to me, it doesn't matter whether Alchemist wins the lane or not, he's gonna just get farmed.
He'll be fine anyways.
Yeah.
And perhaps also some of his supports can help out to try and secure the... he saw them, yeah. To try and secure the runes for that Alchemist as well.
Yeah, to me this is a very good read by Fnatic. They understood this is going to be a very aggressive trialing coming out. And putting a 600 range, or actually more than 600 range as Mushi, gotta be somewhat careful.
It has been spotted out. Ohio can go back to his tower. It's fine. I don't think anybody should be dying there. Nobody... Like, if someone dies there at the moment, everybody knows where everybody is, so that should be their mistake if they actually go forward with it and get a kill, which they shouldn't. Clockwork looking to secure the rune top for the Alchemist. Rune bottom should be secured for 1, 2, 3. No problem there. It will be the Wind Ranger taking that one, of course. We already have the Bounty Hunter in position, but he's going to get scouted out by the Spectre. And I think they might not see each other. Ping's coming out. Nah, they did see each other. So, yeah, that's going to be no courier snipe. The courier is probably going to get gonna be fine. But
Dennis.
He's going to miss the first creep wave.
Yeah. This is some next level harass. I'm surprised that Ben didn't just walk top lane. I mean, sure, you take 1, 2, like a couple extra hits, but... Well, big win here.
Actually is, especially for the Clockwork, who can just stand there and right-click. Actually, it looks like Clockwork is going to go up against a Dazzle and a Spectre. I think he should be okay regardless. And meantime, on the bottom lane, Lina will go up against the Iron Shell and the Slardar. Interesting matchup. I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah. Well...
Ooh, I like that he has the crushy thing item.
Yeah, it's like weird tentacles that comes out from the ground.
Yeah.
I approve. Yeah, so it should be fairly easy for Mushi to... have a fine time here, because... Well,
he eats
when that happens.
He eats the Tango, so he's still taking a lot of regeneration, but that Iron Shell there is doing a lot of work. He is so dead. The Light Striker Ray is not there yet, because Mushi is still only level 1, was only Drexler. He's just going for the creep.
He just got it. Okay.
That's a kill right there. Well, level strike. Oh, no, he's not getting it. No jukes. Just walking in a straight line and dying. In the meantime, Wind Ranger is having a tough time because Net is not giving her a break. The haste, or rather the sprint with the Iron Shell, though, it could be very, very potent.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think the only reason that happened is because Ohio got, poison at 1.
Yeah.
Which I think they got it for an earlier fight, but yeah, it's very questionable. And also, unfortunately, Mushi didn't get his stun at level 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Very unfortunate, and making sure that that's first blood. In the meantime, Slardar is taking a lot of damage. Ooh, if he had an extra Shadow Poison there, he would have level 4. Would have a 4 stack, right there.
Is that enough? No.
No.
And he gets a regen. Okay.
Oh Jesus! Of course he does. Oh, okay. There's no surge there. That was very risky again. In the meantime, Black, he's doing quite okay. He's level. He's got 11 last hits rather. And Wind Ranger is only sitting on 4.
Yeah, Yamate is actually missing last hit.
So he's not really doing all too hot. We also have a rotation. The Bounty Hunter decided to come bottom where he was maybe a bit more needed, but at the same time, it's going to be very tricky to be dealing with that. They don't have a detection. He just happened to walk into the same direction, because the Sentry Ward earlier, of course, from the Dire team got countered.
Yeah, I mean, when you pick a Wind Ranger mid, you expect her to get every single last hit. And she needs to, because this is one of those heroes
that... It's a Wind Ranger.
Your Aghanim's timing is very important. Your mid-game, your team depends on you for that mid-game, so... I think Yamate is actually not having a good time on the mid lane. Obviously, there was a Bounty Hunter kind of poking in, harassing, but, he has a Sentry Ward. It's not the... Where is he now? Okay, he's...
I think the Sentry Ward is...
timing out soon.
It's still there for the moment. Shekel doesn't latch. There we go. No Sentry Ward anymore.
All right.
And maybe even if Bounty Hunter does not come back, at least the threat of having a Bounty Hunter around will make Yamate maybe stress a bit more for those last hits and be extra careful in not going for the risky one. In the meantime, looks like we're gonna have Mushi expecting a gank. Nah. He shouldn't be, because nobody left the bottom lane. It is the Slardar. Okay, excuse me?
What? What's happening right now?
He's coming back? Dude. No, he's not coming back.
Alright, we're good.
We're good. Courier lives.
Alright, so I would like to see more out of this bottom lane, as they got the early exchange for 1, 2, 3. That's good. I like to see the Slardar aggressively roam towards the mid lane a little bit more as he picks up a DD. That's great. even if you don't get the kill on Alchemist, first of all, you're gonna force them away. Second of all, you're gonna have a better time scouting the enemy jungle. Right now, there's 2 nice double stacks. That's the Fnatic support has added for the Alchemist.
Yeah.
You have a Darkseer. There's a slight possibility that you could just have your Darkseer and your Slider rotate in, double Iron Shower up, and just take that stack. That would be a big win to kind of slow down Black. Back in the mid lane here, Yamate, again, just having a tough time losing the mid lane to an Alchemist.
Yeah, in the meantime, Clockwork seems to be doing quite okay on the top lane. He's not really expected to get too many last hits, but he's level 4. He made it that far. He's sitting on 12 last hits for 2, so I'd say he's having a good time. I mean, he's keeping 2 people busy by himself and doing a decent job. But at the bottom lane, the offlane of the 1-2-3 team is keeping 2 people busy also, but then with 2 players only, and they actually stack the jungle for themselves for that one, as we have a rotation because Shadow Demon just left the bottom lane to go smoke up, I feel like, with
yeah, now good time here. Mushi in a lot of trouble. LSA is gonna get dodged. We have an Iron Cell and a sprint on Slaughter. Should be a fairly easy crush. The question is, can they actually kill him afterwards? LSA will hit immediate TP out. No point to vacuum. And
okay, he's fine. In the meantime, Bounty Hunter is diving up on top. He's already there. He's scouting out the opposition, and looks like they want to try to make a play here. Shadow Demon looking for maybe a disruption if you can find it. Ben, it's gonna be no, it's just Soul Catcher, no disruption.
They have Grave.
Yet,
no, they don't have Grave.
No
That's
Grave.
Very interesting.
No mana.
Yeah, so the reason they saw that gank coming, well, because they have an Observer Ward. Yeah. So despite the smoke, Fnatic does not get a kill here, which is fairly costly for a hero like Bounty Hunter and Shadow Demon. They need a level 6, and they're not even close in terms of getting it.
Ooh, Shackle almost latched there. The Focus Fire is still on. Black still got the rune though, but ooh, that was very close. Maybe a bit too close for comfort.
Another power shot in 1 second. Can he get the Sniper Reno?
Nah. Nah, right. It doesn't do enough damage anymore either. Talking about Iron Shells and stealing camps, so that is exactly what Darkseer is doing right now, together with the Slardar. He put an Iron Shell up on the creep on the camp over there, as well as put an Iron Shell up on the Slardar who's farming something else. So that's going to be
also in the other end of jungle. Ice is doing that, yeah.
Yeah. So they're taking a lot of the sex, as you said.
This is what they need to do, and they're doing it. Good
Look
job.
at the difference in net worth, though. Those bounty runes for the Alchemist make such a difference.
Well, like Wind Ranger being outlasted by an Alchemist also makes a difference.
Yes.
As well, let's see who's gonna get a couple of these lasted. It looks like Darkseer got a couple of them. That's pretty good.
Can they actually kill him? I think they might be able to.
They have Shuriken Toss, but
yeah, Surge is still pretty good spell from what I've heard. You gotta chase him? Nah, you can't get him. Can he? Net thinks he can. No, he can't. No way.
Alright, he's backing off. How's Mushi doing, actually?
He's only level 6.
Yeah, he's only got 20 couple of last hits, but you don't expect yourself to do too well against this lane.
No, she had a tough lane. I'm mostly interested in seeing what happens when DJ reaches level 6, because that's when I think we're going to see a bit of a change of pace from the side of Fnatic. They might not have their Alchemist involved in everything, but the Clockwork can already make so much happen by himself.
Yes, and it's important that DJ leaves the lane so Bounty Hunter could get level 6.
Yes, that too. And he's only level 3 right now, so he could definitely use that extra experience, get that track up.
Okay, so in terms of what I expect out of the pacing of this game, Fnatic, like you said, once they have level 6 on the Clockwork, that will be their central ganking. Maybe he'll TP in the bottom lane and set up a gank there. And he'll gank every time Clockwork Hook is on cooldown. Meanwhile, 1-2-3, I think with their draft and the Spectre... Oh, hold that thought. Bottom lane, Han's going to come out here. We're going to see a 2-man crush. No, just 1 man. They're going to get Ohio.
The Light Strike Array timing on the disruption kind of missed, which was a bit of a shame for Mushi. Not sure if it would have made a difference, though, in terms of saving Ohio, as it looked like Ohio was pretty dead. And at the same time, having a rotation of 4 people that went bottom in total for 1 support disruptor, like disruptor as in person that disrupts. Shadow Demon.
Yeah, not actually disruptor.
Not actually disruptor, but definitely is worth space created, indeed.
Well, it's not so bad, because one of them was Spectre, and she could just TP up top like she's doing now. So she's actually not missing a beat when it comes to farm.
She's missing 75 gold, Lumi. But she was there for the kill, which might have gotten her. Like, it's maybe an experience gain. Oh, Mushi getting crushed there. Looking to see if he can get a way out. Has a Laguna Blade as well. Stick charges, though, will keep 3-4-3 alive.
I
and
think
a
it's-
teleport in from Bounty Hunter might be a bit scary there.
I think it's worth it when you're playing support Slaughter to get that 1 point put into Bash early.
Me too! I was talking to it yesterday, or the day before with the... Yeah, I think the day before casting it, and Andy was not convinced that the support Slardar should have a level in Bash, but I think level in Bash would be nice.
Dagger out. Okay, he's gonna just.
He's just fine. He hit the cogs twice, doesn't use any mana for it. I think that's actually really clever. It's
Yeah,
just
he's got
control.
Vanguard. So I think the point that Andy. What was the point that Andy wants to make?
He wants to make. He's not going to be there for the. He's going to be there for the crush and the sprint. That's what you should max.
Okay.
He did
Well,
not budge.
I think normally that may be true, but in this particular game, because you have Iron Shell, if you do get that bash in, like you output so much more damage because of the Iron Shell as well. And also think that sure you should be there with the sprint and crush, but sometimes like with the RNG, we've seen that from Spirit Breaker a lot, right? Like you get a bash and suddenly you just get a kill. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I said,
You don't
as well,
lose
it's
much.
Like one level in Bash, like it can make all the world of difference. Can make
Yeah.
the difference between a kill and not a kill. It actually looks like with Clockwork being level 6, they did start to rotate their heroes a bit, but I'm not sure if they can actually get something. I mean, killing off Ben, as you just said, he is a Vanguard,
Yeah.
and he's very, very tanky. He needs more than just a Clockwork. They did rotate the Bounty Hunter as well, but again, that's not going to be enough. Maybe they can kill the Dazzle instead. I mean, I can imagine Dazzle having a grave by this time, though. Yep.
In fact, that's the one thing that really good about 1-2-3's lineup. Every one of their heroes is just hard to kill.
Yeah.
You have Windrunner on the Wind Ranger, you have Surge, and then of course you have Ben building at the Vanguard, and you have Grave. So
if you're a Clockwork, you want to leave you want to leave the lane to Net right now, right?
yes, you do. At the same time, though, again, where is he going for kills? Everybody's
Yeah.
hard to kill.
I think maybe you should go bottom, and take like he can kill probably the Slardar with the Lina. Lina has a light strike array. I mean, yeah, Clockwork will get a crush on him, but Lina can light strike array the Slardar and Laguna Blade and Dragon Slave, and that might be enough with the battery assault to kill him.
That's true, but it's just not guaranteed, right?
No, it's still.
So you could be leaving the lane and then GG doesn't get farm. That's the benefit of having a hero like a Darkseer, where he could leave into the jungle, and he gets guaranteed farm, and your support gets guaranteed farm. And you can see again 1-2-3 being very vigilant in terms of checking the enemy stacks. That's 1-2-3, 3-4-3. Is that somebody's phone number or something?
No, his name is 343.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the 321 is standing
Oh, yeah,
for. I think he's just wanting to make it fancy, so because it's 1, 2, 3 backwards. But 343 is actually his name.
What's the English word for something that's spelled one way and then if you flip it, it's the exact same spelling?
I only know the Dutch word, which I forgot as well.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yes, there's a word for that.
Yeah.
In Dutch, the word spoon is that word.
Ah,
Yeah. But in English, it doesn't work. What's an English word that's that?
level.
Yeah. Because level is almost the same as spoon in Dutch.
Literally not the same.
If you were... Oh, the shackle, the power shot, that should be an easy kill on the Mushi.
Alright.
And the haunting just to get the kill, or rather get the experience.
You know, we keep saying, you know, how... Well, this is something I talked about in draft, right? You put Alchemist and Bounty together, and they just don't do anything early on.
Nope.
They actually don't do anything early on. 1-2-3 now, with the second Haunt kill by Ben. This time he did get the last hit for it, and
Did he?
oh, he's 1-0-1 now. I assume
I
he...
think it was the first one that he got
Oh,
last
okay.
hit on.
Well then, big win for him there.
Big win for him.
Black,
as,
lots of
Grave-
trouble. Is he actually gonna die here?
Grave is gonna wear out. Yeah, he ends up going down. Oh, so does the Alchemist. That kill on the Alchemist is actually really, really huge. Slardar got 500 plus gold for that. 512 even.
Well, Alchemist does have a Radiance, and we're only like 13 minutes in the game, so
It didn't save his life though.
it did not. The missed chance did not help out there.
No, the crush got him in the end. But now that the Alchemist has got a Radiance, we still of course don't have the Bounty Hunter being level 6, which is actually a pretty big deal. But he is almost level 6. Once that happens, like again, because the Fnatic might want to fight, but how are they gonna try to fight? What's their plan?
Alright, their best ganking squad is Lina plus Shadow Demon. Disruption.
No Darkseer? I mean, no Clockwork?
The Clockwork could help out with Rocket and stuff. I mean, you could bring the Clock if you want, but I think Lina and Shadow Demon is going to deal most of the damage for the gank anyways. But it seems like they're more prioritizing farming the Lina, who is, again, going for the Bloodstone build. So fairly similar playstyle. The difference is actually it's the exact same playstyle. Here we go. Disruption, LSA. Don't miss it this time. He did. He missed it again.
Shackle doesn't last. Maybe they can catch up to Ohio. The sprint is on Ohio. Run faster, buddy. The crush is coming. It's coming on Mushi, though. Oh, he missed. Looking for a Shuriken Toss there, and he has to turn around again. Gets healed, though. There's a grave as well. Shackle, in the meantime, does hit on net. They don't have the detection, though. Black coming in from the side. Doesn't have a level in stun, so won't be able to do that, but he does evade the crush coming out from the Slaughter. Slaughter ends up dead as well as the Darkseer. Track kills. Track kills all around. There were 2 track kills for the side of Fnatic. And it's not over just yet. They try to catch Minerva. The track comes out as well, and that will be 3 track kills with Black actually finally leveling up his stun, because this time he's ready to party. He's ready to fight.
Turns out sprint into Alina, not exactly...
Not smart.
I mean, it would be good if he got the stun. They probably get the kill on Mushi. Unfortunately, they didn't get the stun, and then sprint lets you take extra damage. Oh, not gonna latch there.
Not gonna latch. Nat looking for track again. Shuriken Toss coming out. Does only force her back, though.
Normally, Mushi is very good on all the heroes he plays, and he has one of the widest hero pool of any pro player, but the Lina has not been impressive.
No, I kind of wonder if it's just because of the lane, because I mean, obviously he had a tough lane, right? So...
No, he's just missing LSA.
Okay.
Like after disruption.
Oh, after disruption, yeah, that's just not good. If I do that, that's okay, but if Mushi does that, it's not okay.
It's questionable stuff.
That's the difference between me and Mushi.
Yeah, that's the only difference between you and Mushi. He missed his LSA, and it's not okay.
Yeah, if I miss it, it's fine.
Alright, BOTs is up on Black, and I imagine we're going to see that standard, well, now becoming a standard, a Radiance BOT Manta Octarine. That's a big mouthful. He'll have it farmed in like 10 more minutes.
Yeah, Flare coming out on the Slardar and the Dazzle. They know where they are. Windrange ends up going down, by the way, still by the Bounty Hunter, who gets chased out by Nat. Ooh, Light Strike Raid. This time it hits. Here comes the poison, but the Haunt is there too, though. Ben, ready for some action. Kills off Mushi and should be able to get a kill on Nat as well. But the hookshot in DJ by himself now, though. Might be able to get a kill on Minerva, but Minerva graved up. Won't die for the moment. DJ not focused just yet. Minerva will end up dropping still. Crush coming out, but Slardar, Draco on the board. Looks like Alchemist is showing up to the party, and he's ready to get some kills on the board, but his teammates are falling all around him. He's only having DJ left. It's 3 for 3 right now, looking for Ben. If they can get their Spectre, he doesn't have his escape. He can't get out. He will end up getting dropped. No track kill for that one, but who cares? That was a very important kill, and only Ice is the one to survive. And that all started with Windranger dying just to a Bounty Hunter by himself, just getting basically whittled down.
Yeah.
And everybody just showing up to party.
That was actually a very good beginning of a fight for Spectre, because he got double kill. And then as soon as the Alchemist went in, it started going downhill. I think the priority for 1-2-3 right now is to finish the mech. There you go, on Ice. And now you could take that fight again. I think you're actually still stronger. Slaughter as a support in this stage of the game is actually absolutely amazing. Being able to output so many stuns. The Crush is such a low cooldown. And you're fairly tanky because you have high armor.
Yeah.
And of course, amplified damage is so good against the Alchemist right now. Mushi might be a little bit trouble up top here, as here comes the sprinting Slaughter. Can he make it close enough? The smoke gets broken immediately.
Yeah, so they knew that he was close as well. But he did get out in time. In the meantime, Yamate can't get out again. This time, hookshot with the Bounty Hunter there as well makes for another track kill going the way of Fnatic. And
that's actually with him getting 4-staff. So whatever dream of the early Aghanims we had is no longer there. I mean, you kind of have to get the 4-staff. At the same time, you expect him to have a finished Aghanims by now if you're farming well.
And you're also expecting to have the 4-staff ready to get out of the cogs.
Yes.
And apparently used it before the cogs, so he was still in the cogs.
Wait, why did he use it before the cogs?
I don't know. Maybe he tried to get in position for a shackle. I could imagine that, to see if he went to go on someone. Because if he shackles the Clockwork, who wasn't on the fullest of health, then he might be able to get it with a focus fire, but... Well, if he doesn't get that, then instantly he gets hooks upon him, Bounty Hunter is around, and then down he goes. Looking for a fight here, though. They already go up on ban, the tracks go off. Dazzle, looking for that heal. They want to go for Ben, won't be able to, though. Just have to deal with the Haunt that was not used. What were they fighting? I didn't see it.
No, it's just a kind of a small top fight. No big deal.
Okay.
Clockwork going for a Aghanims, which is not exactly the most standard item of choice. Normally you see like Blade Mail or Force Staff first, but I think Aghanim's first this game makes complete sense because if you look at the Fnatic team, what actually real initiation do they have beside the Clockwork, right?
Yeah, oh wow, Disruption coming out still, that just gives him time for the, never mind. Now you were talking about timing, that was perfect.
That was well done.
Did he redeem himself?
I mean, that was just chaos. I mean, I think the ones he missed earlier.
Himself, though.
Yeah, the miss one he won. The ones he missed earlier is I think more important.
Okay, let's see if Yamate can make something happen in mid. Or if he's just gonna continue farming, which I guess he really needs. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, the stun comes out. Ice. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
He has the mechanism though, and he's actually very close to guarding Greaves.
I think the problem right now for 1-2-3 is they had a great start, but they're trading too much. And trading against this team that has track, and if you don't kill the Alchemist, he's farming, you're just losing every single trade. So I think 1-2-3, unless they get some big returns when it comes to fights, they're gonna just flat out lose this game from the net worth perspective.
It could be that Alchemist. Well, at some point Alchemist caps out, right? And Spectre is like if you have a capped out Spectre compared to a capped out Alchemist, Spectre is gonna win that fight.
Well, the problem is I don't think the Spectre will get to the capped out status nearly as quickly as Alchemist.
True, but if you can hold on against that, then you're fine.
I don't think they can. Okay. I mean, maybe. I really don't think the game will be close. The way that the game's going at this rate, we see a 12k goal lead right now already.
Yeah, it's mostly on the Alchemist though.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually gonna be close at all, because Alchemist will have Octarine in the next 2-3 minutes, and your creeps will never move past the river ever again if you're the side 1-2-3.
Well, they still Fnatic still hasn't lost a single tower yet.
Yeah.
I really feel like this Wind Ranger is kind of the saddest of them all.
Yeah.
If he had an like anything apart from a Force Staff or next to a Force Staff, they could have perhaps at least sniped some towers there as well. They do smoke up though. See if they can find some kill.
This gank at least have to get 2 kills on the tower. Like, they are so far behind. They need something big. Oh, this is the kill, right?
Find someone. They're gonna.
You need to amp him up because he has an Invis.
Then they know it's him. What?
Okay.
Well, they've already dusted him preemptively, so that is nice. The hunt comes out as well. That's a nice kill indeed.
Oh, the fight's not over yet. DJ on the backline. He actually hooks into Yamate, who does have that Force Staff. Does he want to use it? He will finally use it right now. There's amplified damage. There is a crush. He needs to use it now. He's taking a ton of damage. Magic 6 back up. LSA and Dragon Slave for the kill. Ice gets Jules backed up. The tracks is available. They will track him up. And can we land a raw one? Nope, he misses.
No, Vacuum still comes out nice and might be able to kill up Musi there with his own illusion there. Nope, never mind. Actually, important thing to note, Clockwork finishes Ags before the Alchemist could find something. Before Wind Ranger does as well. That Clockwork actually has a very fast Aghanim's.
I don't think Black's farming Ags for anybody.
But at some point, you know, maybe for the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, Shadow Demon's not bad actually. Being able to apply 3 Demonic Purge is pretty decent.
Yeah, I like it. Get the break at the same time. Does apply break, right? Yeah.
Just also having 3 Demonic Purge is not bad. But yeah, we do see the tier 1s still standing strong for the Radiant side. And the Octarine is very close to being completed.
So let's see if they can get something here. The stun goes off on Ben. Tries to get himself out. Can try to get himself out still. He can walk into the tree line with his Spectral Dagger, and no kill for Black this time. And no backup. If you had one extra person there, that would have been a kill.
Yeah, that was a dead Spectre.
So we have all the tier 1 towers down on the side of 1-2-3. We have Fnatic with a very significant gold lead. We know that Fnatic know that they're ahead. When are they going to try to make a bigger move apart from just getting these small skirmishes? Like, when are they going to try to go for a push? Or is this going to be their entire game plan to try and whittle away at the towers like this?
I think you could just wait maybe 10-20 more minutes. Or maybe not 20, but at least 10 more minutes of this. They're very comfortable with just farming. The more they farm, the bigger the goal lead will be. with that said though, Radiance is coming online on Spectre. She does even have the Vanguard first, so she will be fairly tanky. I don't think right now Fnatic is actually that great at tower pushing. That's the only reason why I don't think they should be trying to crack a T2. Like, what is their best tower pusher? Alina? Yeah, it's just not that good. So I think you're okay kind of trading farm and trading kills, because you're getting track on every one of your kills, and they're not.
Well, perhaps
speaking of track kills,
get something here, net. Getting the track off on Yamate. Yule's up in the air. Let's see if he gets a stun. But in comes the Hunt. They know they have to back up because they have to fight. Looking for Shackle. Perhaps a nice vacuum wall. Shackle will not let Chanmushi though. In the meantime, Black is going to town right now. Gets a stun off on the Slardar, who's not tracked up. But he is going to try to go for that. The Crush comes out. Laguna Blade there as well. Grave comes out as well. In the meantime, Ben is trying to do something, but he's just getting ignored this fight. Now they go on him. Now they're going to try to kill him off. The Dazzle there as well. He'll be the first track kill that the Radiant team get. Fnatic, another stun coming off, this one on Ben, and this time there's no way out.
That's 2 track kills.
Yep. For 1 Shadow Demon. Nice birthday trade, especially if they get the tier 2 tower off the back of this, and this is all off the back of, not even off the back of a smoke.
DJ's still looking for more. He's got the Aghanim Sook, so...
Yeah, he might try. I mean, there's a Darkseer close by, but they don't have the vision for him at all. Oh, they do! No vision needed, apparently, for DJ. Gets ice. The track kills on there as well, so Shuriken toss, and that's a clear kill. Mega kill streak. Crush comes in, though. DJ, is he in too far? The focus fire coming out for him as well, but he goes up in the air. Mushi there to the rescue. Light Striker will miss, and he looks away to a teammate. Minerva tries to find DJ, won't need it actually, won't be able to find him. Stun comes out on Yamate from Black. Pops him out the stell.
He has hook back up. Is he gonna go again?
Oh, he could. Nah, I won't. It's too risky. That was some clutch play though. I was glad that his team was back there to back him up, and I mean they have a fairly mobile team that way.
Yeah.
The very very fast Lina there to back him up.
Yeah, I don't see any way for 1-2-3 to come back in this game.
It's gonna be an uphill battle. I mean, on the bright side, they are not like they could fight, and they lost 2 heroes there, right, in the first fight, and they could still be there in the next fight because they were fairly low level. That their respawn timer is not that high.
Oh.
Heals up. Let's see. Light Strike Array hits.
Track kill.
On point. Track kills. There we go. Almost went to a neutral, by the way, but luckily they don't do enough damage to get the kill.
All right. I mean. Oh, Clockwork Coke.
Missed on the Spectre though, but made sure that Ben got a little bit frightened there.
That fight didn't have Radiance on Spectre, so
yeah,
you can make the assumption that once Ben gets his Radiance, it'll get a tiny bit better.
And it's soon, right? Yeah, he has it right now if he wants to. Like he's going back to base right now.
So with that said, though, you don't expect Ben to land that kind of 3-man wall vacuum every fight, and he did last fight. I feel like it's going to be harder and harder as this game drags on. Like, Fnatic's going to be more and more aware that they need to spread out.
It is very rough to see that net worth is, the Spectre is on the same level as the number 4 Bounty Hunter.
I mean, track kills, right?
The track kills are actually so insane. I thought they nerfed this hero. What happened, Louis?
They nerfed his allies getting track bonus skills. They never nerfed the bounty getting track bonus skills.
Well... Seems like Alchemist Bounty Hunter first 2 picks. I mean, that works.
I mean, when your Wind Ranger can't last on the mid lane. I mean, I'm saying like how it is.
Yeah, I mean, you were right this game, but he did have a tough mid lane. He did have that Bounty Hunter around there the whole time.
And I think Alchemist got like bottle at 0 because of Bounty Rune, so that didn't help either.
Yeah.
Well, I think some key items are coming up for Team 1-2-3. The Aghanim is finished almost on Wind Ranger. You talked about the Radiance being done on Ben.
Yeah.
And also the Guardian Greaves almost up on ice. So if they have one last hurrah, it's going to be starting from there. But they need to win like 10 fights in a row.
Well, the Guardian Greaves were done not on ice. He actually went for Blink Dagger before Guardian Greaves.
I think Blink is the better choice, because if you're looking for initiation, that's the best way to actually find that opening in a team fight. Greaves is important for getting rid of any possible silences later. But I'm not even sure whether he needs Greaves this game. Because there's really no
track.
Yes, it does, but you don't want to pop your mech for that, right? You generally will pop it only if you're being prevented to cast your combo in a fight.
Well, we'll see. For now, he's just trying to save up some money, and I would imagine that buyback definitely starting to be on the priority list of 1-2-3 as well, because if they lose one weird fight next to their base, they have a chance of losing a tier 3 tower, maybe even some racks. Although, as you said, the pushing potential of Fnatic is not that amazing.
Well, it's starting to become a lot better now with Alchemist picking up the AC.
Yeah.
And, you know, at this point, he can actually just tank the tower. But I actually think that 1-2-3 should just go YOLO with their item choices instead of saving for buyback. Because if you lose one fight, you're actually just done. Okay. Yeah. You just have one fight left. You have to win that one fight, and then you still have one fight left. And then you have to win that fight. It's a huge mountain that they have climbed.
Well, let's see when that one fight will happen. With the Aegis now on the side of Fnatic, they look to be moving towards the bottom lane, or perhaps even trying to get some split push going there. Track already goes out and Ben. They haven't seen yet the Darkseer's top lane, or have they? Yeah, they have. This could be the way to go. They at least force the TP out from the Darkseer and just start pounding on that tier 3 tower. Hookshot in up on Ben as well. Ben still has his haunt, but he first gets the Spectral Dagger out.
Yep, meanwhile...
No, from behind, wrapping around, Yamate looking for that shackle, doesn't find it, the crash though, does found Ohio, gets disrupted defensively, should be able to live, Light Strike Array up on the Slardar, the Kuna Blade there as well, and Ice will be the one to follow after that one. Nobody dead yet on the side of Fnatic. Can they find more? They should be able to maybe get another hook shot. Yes, they do. They find that no haunt this time. But still the focus fire. Yamate making a big difference there as Minerva will die from the poison. The toxic on the floor. That must be a very painful way to die.
Yeah, that fight started with Black stunning himself with the concoction, and they still won that fight. Not even close. Not even close.
They are able to just take the racks, and at this point, I mean, for 1-2-3, they really have to hope that Fnatic makes like massive mistake.
Fnatic needs
35k gold difference.
Fnatic needs to dive the fountain. That's a mistake they need to make.
How many times do they need to dive the fountain?
About like 6 or 7 times. I'm not even kidding.
Slightly depressing.
Alright,
vacuum into crush. That's a nice combination, but they have the damage. The shackle once again doesn't latch though. They need those things to latch, and they don't right now. Another track kill buybacks happening right now as well. We have got the Wind Ranger almost making it out alive, actually making it out alive. Very lucky there. The Grave on point. Light Strike Array does not hit Ben anymore. He did buy back. His teammates are all dead though, and he doesn't have anybody to back him up apart from the Wind Ranger who's still healing up. But no haunt, no teammates right now, no damage. I would almost say no hope.
Nah, there is no hope. You don't need to almost say it. It is true. There is no hope.
The hope is fleeting, and just to remind people, this is the second match of a best of 3. If Fnatic win this one, they will be securing themselves a spot in the Frankfurt Major.
We are approaching some like 10v10 all-star game of gold difference right now. Like, this is almost getting to 50k.
That's insane. I mean, it's so crazy.
I mean, I guess this is why you pick Alk and Bounty. When it works, it's like this.
The gold permitted on the Shadow Demon is just as high as the one as Yamate's Wind Ranger mid. Haunt coming in, perhaps they can make something down. It's the last Hail Mary, the final hurrah. Shackle not latching there, net able to go invisible. It is the Darkseer that will be maybe there to be helping out. Where are you, Darkseer? Come with your wall. Ben's already down though. GG Loveplate comes out and the Darkseer's wall doesn't actually do anything anymore. Fortunately for 1-2-3, it is over. Their dream is dead for the Frankfurt Major. They have to try and go for the next major, which is going to be a long time away. But they tried, and that's, you know, that's nice. They got pretty far.
Yeah, Fnatic showing that they have the better team play. I understand that the mid game was what they needed to do. Like the first, from the 10 to 15 minute mark, where we were asking like, what is that Clockwork supposed to do? I was confused a little bit for a moment, but then they just kind of ramped it up very quickly, and that kind of was the game.
I mean, they started out first game of this series pretty okay until Fnatic was able to get it back. Like, we jumped into the first match halfway through when they were actually not doing all that bad. They were up against the Medusa, which made it a bit more difficult, of course, in the end there. But Fnatic, I mean, definitely this second game showed that they are just the better team. Better team that deserves to be at Frankfurt. For the major. And talking about that, we also are going to be having deciding matches for Europe actually soon. I believe it's like in like 2 hours. I there's the clock. Yeah, in about 2 hours from now, we have the winners bracket final starting with Monkey Business taking on Ninjas in Pajamas, but it does mean we have like a 1.5 hour break. I say 1.5 hour because it will be like a half an hour pre-show.